What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Studios podcast. This is where three friends get together, talk about music, business, and the balance of both with life. I'm your host, Nathan Collins, and as always, we're joined by Kevin Beggs.
Hello.
Jonathan Boucher. And today, we're going to talk about how to maximize your sound in the studio. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. About had a little whirlwind moment with my microphone there. That was fun. All right. So, how to maximize your sound in the recording studio. I think this is a very important episode.
Yeah.
But this episode would not be possible if it weren't for PodPro.app.
PodPro.
PodPro.app is a way for you to systematically scale and grow and organize your podcast. So, all of our fellow podcasters, you should go check out PodPro.app and get started for free today.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we got going.
We love it.
It's beautiful. All right. Number one. This is a big one. Communicate with your engineer, people.
Communication.
Get out of your shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's kind of obvious, but I feel like it's not obvious all at the same time.
For newcomers, definitely not obvious.
No. Not for newcomers. But in a sense, if you don't talk to your engineer while you're recording, like, how are you going to get the sound that you want?
Plus,
you know?
if you build up like a good relationship, this is kind of a weird side thing.
Yeah.
If you build up a good relationship with your engineer, like, they're going to be more invested. I feel like. Not that we're not invested, but I mean, like.
No, but I mean, you're communicating your vision, and so it helps people understand where you're trying to go.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Get invested in the project.
And if to work out any kinks like that may happen during a session, start before the session. Like our studio, we've got a phone number that we'll give you. Shoot us a text, give us a call, shoot us emails, and send us reference tracks. Like, communicate with the engineer. We don't know what you want unless you clearly communicate that.
Yeah.
Like if someone comes in and they're like, I would like to be a blend of The Sound of Music and Juice WRLD. That gives us
Wow.
What?
Wow.
That gives us a heck of a lot more to work with than if you just don't say anything at all and you just start singing opera rap.
Yeah.
Like, it's confusing. So, definitely communicate with your engineer, or if it's Kevin, a gingerneer.
A gingerneer.
Okay. Tip number 2. To maximize your recording experience or your sound. To maximize your sound in the studio. Tune. Warm up.
That's a mega one.
Stretch. Look, if you're a drummer, you need to take 15 minutes before you walk into the studio and do some stretches.
Yeah.
Look up some stretches.
I thought you were gonna make like a tuning joke for drummers. But at the same time, they do.
They do.
I mean, they do.
You have to. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. And if you're a drummer and you need to tune your drums, you should.
Don't come in with flat drums. Come on.
No. Don't do that. Yeah, go. You're good. That's your alley. Go for it.
I was gonna say the times that I've done, I feel stupid doing it because I didn't grow up with music and doing vocal warm-ups, but every time I've done them, they help me tremendously. Yeah. Like, I can do cold singing, but warming up is probably the best thing vocalist that you can do before doing a bunch of takes over and over and over, especially if the same thing. Maybe that warm-up will help you get it immediately.
Yeah.
Not maybe. It will.
Definitely.
It will help you.
Yeah. Yeah, and take care of your voice that day.
Yeah.
Don't drink sodas, don't be eating a bunch of cheese and dairy.
Yeah.
Don't drink a bunch of ice cold stuff. Take care of your voice.
Yeah.
If you're serious about getting the sound that you desire, there's certain things that we can do here at the studio to make your voice sound good, but you got to do your part.
Yeah.
So make sure you prepare. Tune, warm up, stretch. We're gonna get into some more later on another episode.
Yeah.
Number 3. This one can probably just go on anything and everything. just freaking practice.
Practice your songs.
Yeah.
I was going to say, with this one, immediately my thought was, if you're trying to find your sound, the best thing you can do is have your part down
Yeah.
so you can be creative with your engineer, with your producer,
Yeah.
and you can try lots of different things out. Because if you know your song, you can flip-flop, bend it, twist
Yeah.
it, wherever. You can do whatever you want with it. Whereas if you're still learning the song, that's so much harder to do in that scenario.
Yeah.
Because you're going to like, wait a minute, let me learn this part. And you waste an hour
Yeah.
learning that part and trying to do that.
Yeah. And the same goes for like even if you know the song.
Yeah.
If you haven't practiced, how do you think playing an instrument works? Okay, let me give you some science. Your brain tells the rest of your body what to do. And if your brain is questioning what you're trying to do, it's going to translate that way through your music.
Mm.
And you
Yeah.
can hear it, and worst of all, you can feel it. You can always feel it.
You can feel the hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is for a recording studio session. Sometimes, I mean, you get those crazy people like Jacob Davis
Yeah.
who can just passionately play whatever the heck he wants to, and it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
But he also understands the guitar and understands his
He's very practiced.
very, very
Yeah.
practiced. He understands his skill set. And if you come in here and you don't understand your skill set and you're not practiced, your whole entire song is going to sound like a giant Eero team, which is a question mark. Is what that is.
I was like, what is that? I've never heard that.
It's the proper name, like the and symbol is like
I
an
see.
ampersand.
Yeah,
But
Mm.
the question mark, the actual name of a question mark is a Eero team.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
I only know that because I have a song called Eero team.
I was thinking about writing a song called that, so that's interesting. Now. Okay.
Yeah. So practice.
Okay. Practice.
Practice. Like you said, okay. Like I was telling you,
Okay.
practice,
Okay, I'll practice.
practice your vocabulary.
That's because I'm telling myself constantly to practice, and I never do. So I'm being
Yeah.
a hypocrite by telling everybody to practice, and I don't even practice. Practice your
makes
songs,
sense.
kids.
Yeah. Okay. That's our 3 tips for this week.
3 tips.
Three
Voila.
tips.
Look, we just made your life more valuable.
Yes.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I told you last week. Watch out for the tips.
Yeah. You did it.
You did.
Good job. Congratulations. All right, gents. What have we been listening to this week? Owl City for me.
Owl City.
God almighty.
Coco
My
Moon.
boy. God, man.
I
Unreal.
love. Okay, the synth sounds in Kelly time. Anytime it comes on,
God,
I'm just like endorphins. I love this.
so good.
I saw a YouTube comment saying that was based off Castaway.
Kelly time?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The next time you listen
mean-
to it, just put the plot of Castaway with the lyrics, and it kind of blows your mind a little bit.
Interesting.
I was like, "What is this song about?"
I can see that.
Oh gosh.
That's
Um,
terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, so obviously I've been following him forever.
Yeah.
And, like, the sounds that are, like, periodically placed through it, like the nature sounds
Mhm.
that are all through that whole album.
Yeah.
Like, he would post random photos of him in a field with a microphone. And he would almost like, it's almost like he's promising you new music, but it was like 6 years before he released another album. Aside from the orchestral gorgeous
Yeah.
albums that he did.
Yeah.
I think it was 6 years. It was a long time.
Yeah.
It was a long time. He would post photos of like him in like a field or like by a river or something with a microphone, and I'm like listening to that album, I was sitting here like, that's what he was doing.
It's kind of genius.
What a genius human.
He knows his fan base. I will say that. He
God.
definitely knows them super well.
Had me. All right, what y'all been listening to?
I dove back into Hippocampus a little bit.
Nice.
Been listening to their new singles they just released a few weeks ago. Now,
Good
after
stuff.
this is released, it's interesting. They're good. They've kind of been in a more of an experimental pop realm, and they're kind of almost visiting Western spaghetti Western vibes, but with like their indie sound.
Yeah,
It's cool. I like it a lot.
Very cool.
that's pretty neat.
But you, Jonathan? Oh, Wilco.
Wilco. Ooh.
Oh,
I like
Very
that
cool.
shirt.
Bro,
I just
you wore the
realized that was a
shirt and
Wilco
everything.
shirt. I love it.
that's fantastic. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Diamond Studios podcast. As always, please rate, share, follow, whatever, wherever you're listening or watching this. Let us know how you like it. The show is for you, and if you are not enjoying it, then it's dumb for us to do it. So
It's for the kids.
it's for the kids, Tricks. Yeah. Also, look at our mugs. Mine's on the floor.
Go get yourself a
And-
bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie that. Oh, you missed your opportunity to buy a hoodie. Sucks to suck.
I did.
Missed your opportunity to go to Fools Fest.
Yeah. Okay, you can go to diamondstudios.lid.com to get some merch. Also, check out our friends at Living Room Coffee Roasters at
GeorgiaCoffeeRoasters.com.
GeorgiaCoffeeRoasters.com.
and if time machines have come out yet, you can go back in time and go to Fools.
I mean, yeah, if you didn't go, you
Buy a mug for some poor sucker that was going to get one, but then you ruined the space-time
Man.
continuum and took a mug from them. How dare you?
terrible. Or
Alright.
just go next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or the year
that too.
after.
Yeah.
We're already
or
planning.
forever.
We're
Forever.
planning next year's already. So
And we're playing the years after as well.
We are. Okay, shut up. All right. Sing us
okay,
out. Stop talking.
Okay.
We've already said too much. We're going to have to go back in time and, like, kidnap these people.
That was some of our tips. They were very tippy.
All right.
Tipsy.
This has been the podcast. This has been the podcast.